No one likes a slow website. Find out how to speed yours up this week on Website Wednesday. Welcome to Website Wednesday, your weekly destination for tips on how to improve your business website. The time it takes your website to load is super important. Not only is it a factor that Google uses to determine how well your site will rank in the search results, but it also affects your visitors. In the age of broadband, no one wants to twiddle their thumbs and wait for a website to load. This isn't the 90s. And now that the majority of web surfing is done on a mobile device, it's crucial that your website is a lean, fast-loading machine. Now, there's a lot involved in speeding up your website, and all the tips and advice can feel a little bit overwhelming. But have no fear, that's why I'm here. Today, I'll tell you the top 4 things you can do to have the biggest impact on your website's speed. Number 1, compress your images. A website is nothing more than a bunch of files that get assembled together in your web browser. Most of the files are small text files with code in them, but anytime you have an image on your site, that's also a file that needs to get downloaded to your web browser. One image on its own may not be that big a deal, but if you have a few large images on a given page, the cumulative effect of loading all of them can really slow down your site. To avoid that, you want to look into compressing your images so that they take up as little space as possible. With good compression, you won't notice a difference in the image quality. You can use online image compression services like Imagify.io or ShortPixel.com to compress your images for free before you upload them and use them on your website. Or if you're using WordPress, you can install a plugin like WP Smush that will compress your images right from within the WordPress dashboard. Number 2, use a CDN. A CDN is an acronym that stands for Content Delivery Network, and it's basically a service that stores a copy of your website in different areas around the world so that when someone in another area tries to access your website, they won't need to connect to where the website is stored, which may be across the country or across the world. You can think of it like a McDonald's franchise, where if you want a Big Mac and you live in Los Angeles, but the only McDonald's that exists is in New York, it's going to take you a while to be able to get that Big Mac. But with franchises, there's franchises all over the place with McDonald's, so you could probably just drive 5 minutes to get your fix. That's kind of how a CDN works. You can sign up for a free CDN through Cloudflare at cloudflare.com. Number 3, reduce the amount of outside resources you're using. And outside resources is something where you need to pull code from a website that's not your own. Examples include things like chat boxes that pop up, social media streams like a Facebook feed or your Instagram photos, YouTube videos, any kind of dynamic content, etc. These all rely on pulling data from third-party websites, and that can add time to your overall load speed. So just be aware of that and try to reduce the number of those types of things you're using on your website. Number 4, reduce the number of plugins you're using. Now, this is for my WordPress users only. Make sure that every plugin that you install and activate is absolutely necessary. Each plugin you install adds a bit of time and it adds a bit of code and information to your website, and that can add up quickly. Not every plugin is created equal, though. Some are bigger resource hogs than others. So just be aware of that and be cognizant that the more plugins you install, the more likely they are to slow down your website's performance. Now, you can test your website speed at the website webpagetest.org. If you've addressed all of the above issues and your website is still slow to load, it may be time to reach out to a professional who can take a deeper look at some of the technical issues that might be keeping your website from performing at its best. How fast is your website loading? What has made the biggest impact on improving your website speed? Let us know answers to all those questions in the comments below. Tune in next week when we'll discuss how to spice up your contact page. Don't forget to subscribe or follow me here so you can keep up with the latest videos, and I'll see you next week on Website Wednesday.